I'm here with Myron Gaines of Fresh and Fit. It's good to see you here. Saw you last year.
Yeah.
Tell me about what brings you here today.
You know, covering a bunch of different topics, whether it's the political stuff, feminism, cultural stuff, whatever it may be. Just try to put the truth out there with many different facets.
Yeah. So AmFest is a little different from what you usually do because you're usually talking about men, their stature, how they can add value to themselves.
Yeah.
So for me, a one-man media organization, how can I use an event like this to meet with guys like you or help build that brand, promote it, bring it into something where maybe I get to your level and, you know, I got this big old round table, media presence and stuff. How did you get to where you're at and how can other people get to that point?
Yeah, I mean, look, as long as you're, adding value where people want to get in rooms and meet you and you're creating an enormous amount of value where people want to meet you and want to associate with you and want to bring you on, you're going to be good, man. I mean, like, as I've been walking around here, people say, hey, can I do an interview? Can I do an interview? Whatever it may be.
Yeah.
I've been able to put a certain amount of value out there, whether it's through TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, whatever it may be, Twitter, despite being banned many times, keep going, and then people are like, hey, I want to talk to you, I want to, have a conversation with you, and we're having this conversation now. So you can replicate that too.
Yeah, and that was one of my setbacks. So back in 2022, I was talking a lot about COVID, sharing the medical studies. I did an interview with Dr. Simone Gold of America's Frontline Doctors, interviewed Carrie Lake before anybody else did, and I did have a lot of bans, a lot of setbacks, killed the momentum. So I did stop, I stepped back for a little bit, but now getting back into the mix, how do you see that the socio-political sphere has changed? Because it seems a little more friendly now. So
it's way more friendly.
It seems like even though you can be a little bit more abrasive, you don't immediately get struck down. So how can people capitalize on the current socio-political space?
Well, I would say take advantage right now while things are still open, because I do think that, the censorship window is going to close again at some point.
Now, what do you think would cause that?
Right now, it's happening right now. The ceasefire in Gaza has pretty much been down. So what's going to happen is we're already seeing Israel purchase TikTok with Larry Ellison. They're already clamping down on Twitter. You're starting to see a lot more, anti-Islam rhetoric, like, oh yeah, like look, whatever, so deflect from what's going on in Israel. So it's already happening. So I think that we had that free speech, we could say whatever we
had a couple years.
We had a little bit, right? And I think now, like, it's gonna, that window's gonna close. And then if a Democrat gets in, we're all cooked.
So how do you foresee the next couple years, the Trump administration, the next election cycle? How do you see this playing out?
I think criticism of Israel, I think they're gonna clamp down on that. I think all the social media platforms are gonna clamp down on that. And then from there, if a Democrat gets in, it's gonna be even worse. And we cannot vote. Look, I know some of you guys are like, we're not gonna, we don't care about Republicans or conservatives, whatever. I think at this point, you need to vote for, if you're in the media game, you gotta vote for whoever's more pro-free speech. Because if the Democrats get back in, we're fucking cooked, all of us on the right.
Absolutely. So what's next for you, for Fresh and Fit, for your media side of things?
Keep expanding, do college debates, keep Charlie's legacy alive, right? And just like really challenge the norm.
Are you gonna meet with Shapiro at all, talk to him about Israel, the situation?
I'd be happy to have a conversation with him about it. I don't think he wants to have that conversation, which is cool. But I'd be happy to have it. And I genuinely do think, if he had a conversation with someone that maybe is not as friendly with Israel or critical of Israel and had a conversation like, hey, look, this is what people have problems with.
Yeah.
I think that would probably help him. I think him not sitting down with people that are critical of Israel is what's hurting them.
And there is some irony because a lot of the people, even on the conservative side, they do promote the idea of free speech.
Yeah.
But when you talk about certain subjects, Israel, of course, being one of them, it starts to fall into this category where it's like, oh, no, we can't talk about that. Or, oh, this guy Myron, he's a little too abrasive, he's a little too out there.
And that's what hurt Daily Wire.
If we're going to go free speech, you have to go all in.
Yeah, you do. And that's what's hurt Daily Wire significantly. So it is what it is.
Awesome, man. Hey, thank you for your time.
No worries, man.